So, you want to explore anti-racism. Anti-racism is about speaking up and taking action to challenge the overt and systemic racism that exists around us. When it comes to anti-racism, we all start from somewhere different, depending on our lived experience and our conscious and unconscious biases. On the path to anti-racism, there are three zones that we might pass through: the fear zone, the learning zone, and the growth zone. Let's start by talking about the fear zone. People in the fear zone may deny that racism exists. Or perhaps they simply avoid the hard questions and uncomfortable conversations about race and racism. Or maybe they only talk to others who look and think like they do. Practicing anti-racism starts with stepping out of the fear zone and into the learning zone. The learning zone is all about taking those first steps towards growth. The first step is to acknowledge that racism is a problem. It is also important to acknowledge your own privilege. The learning zone is about reaching out to others and broadening your perspective. In order to learn, we must start by listening. And when it comes to anti-racism, it is important to listen to a wide variety of voices that includes a diverse set of lived experiences. We must educate ourselves about the history of oppression of racially marginalized groups and about how systemic racism persists today. It is important to ask questions and to be vulnerable about your own biases and knowledge gaps. You will eventually move into the growth zone. Here, you will advocate for anti-racist ideas, policies, and leadership. You will speak out when you see racism in action. You will learn from your mistakes and be better. You will yield positions of power to marginalized people around you. You will educate your peers about the harms caused by racism. And you will demonstrate how and why you value diversity. It's up to each of us to embrace growth and practice anti-racism. For more information and further learning, please see related training opportunities on the Learning and Development calendar.